It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Buccaneers. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now at his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Purdy going to the air right away. That's into the hands of Fortson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49er first down.
Purdy. He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's caught by Jennings. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 24-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he's brought down at the 16.
And the 49er first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Neal. Powering his way forward. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. they can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Bucs at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. To throw, Mayfield. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it's going to be second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Godwin, the motion man.
Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And Chark goes in motion left.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to White. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. This defense for the Niners, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards for number 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, 49ers.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Here's Purdy. Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Bucs ready to take over once again.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Mayfield.
He's got Otten.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Mayfield now. Finding Otten once more. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Mayfield on play action.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Torres. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action. Mayfield.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
White running to the left. Down to the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Purdy now to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Neal. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mayfield off the play fake.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Purdy.
Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
And winds up getting buried for the loss. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun. That is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Wishnowsky on to punt as he sends this one away.
Dancing away at the 30. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 39-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
In motion right, Evans.
Mayfield from the gun on third down.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Now Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now.
Throwing here, Purdy.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Purdy. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time.
Oh, the Bucs swarm in and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they'll take possession here just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. And we can start to see that developing from up here. He came off the punter's right side. He got in there quickly.
He did, and so the question's going to be, did you hang in there long enough on the edge to block? In college, what you try and do is shove him out of his path, and then you take off running downfield because you're allowed to. In the pros, you can't release in the interior until the ball's punted, so there's no reason not to stay in there and make sure you get a good block on him.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They'll begin the drive with a handoff to Neal.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Neal. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Neal. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Purdy off the play fake. A short throw here to Latu.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Purdy looking to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Buccaneers offense and running back Rachaad White set to take over again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
He finds his man, complete. It's Torres. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. And Shark hauls it in. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw, Mayfield.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mayfield now. On the left side, a catch by White. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play fake. Mayfield.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DJ Chark His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And that is incomplete here.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. The Dolphins get back to 500 at 2-2 with the victory. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Tank Bigsby, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Godwin, the motion man.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
We're just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard
Mayfield.
line.
Well, this one taken in by Otten.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
In motion goes the tight end. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the 49ers first down.
Neal.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Jennings, a receiver in motion right.
Purdy now to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Neal. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Play action. Now Purdy. That's into the hands of Fortson.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 7 at the Buccaneers 24-yard line.
Now Purdy.
Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Purdy from the gun on third down.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Holding. Proceeding team.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. White, he'll try the left side. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Throwing, Mayfield. That one complete. He finds Shark. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and the 11.
They're going to look to throw. This is White on the screen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run it with Neal. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
The throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. And Shark hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. In motion right is Evans. Mayfield looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the gun, Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
.47-yard punt, a return of 4.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy over the middle to Evans. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And the 49ers first down.
This is Neal.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Purdy. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Neal. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end.
Purdy from the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery, and the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll go up the middle with White. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10.
Evans comes in motion right. Here's Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 49ers.
They go with White on the counter. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Torres. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late.
7-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action here. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Purdy now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Shotgun now with Purdy. A short throw here to Latu.
That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Opting to run again here with White. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Neal.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this to the 23-yard line. That's into the hands of Fortson.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw again. That's caught outright by Jennings. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tampa Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.